What's up? It's your man Chazz Ellis once again, answering the questions that you asked me. I'm answering them. You listening? I'm answering them. Anyway, make sure you go to the ChazzEllisProject.com. Get involved in some of the discussions we're having. Communicate with your boy. Holla, I'm gonna type back. Boom, like that. Make sure you do that. Also, you can go on there to shop if you want to get the email address. If you want to get access to the live stream of the class, the AskChazzEllis presents the game plan Atlanta. Also, if you want to get a ticket or whatever, this will show you how to put some of this stuff that I'm talking about into real world situations. So make sure you go ahead and get that access to the live stream. Also, if you want to just make a donation, you want to help your boy keep making these videos, you can do that too. So anyway, I did a video about Dr. Simone Whitmore says that women don't have to give oral to their husbands. It was something like that. You know what I'm talking about. Or you can look it up and you'll see what I'm talking about. Anyway, I did a video about that. And in that video, I talked about how some women are with their second choice. They're with a dude that they didn't necessarily have in mind, didn't necessarily want, but they kind of, I don't like to use the term settle for it, but they kind of settled for it. All right? And because of that, every day of that relationship, every day of that marriage, they feel like they're doing that person a favor just by being there. So they're not going to do a lot of the things that it takes to be in a relationship. Well, men do this thing too, okay? So it goes both ways. It's just a little bit different in the way we do it. Generally with women, the second choice is somebody they're in a really serious relationship with or married to. Usually the second choice is somebody they are in a serious relationship and married to. With guys, it's kind of a little different. You might feel like you're in a serious relationship, but it's like it never moves forward. It's kind of like you might be with this dude for 6 or 7 years or 8 or 9 years and you never get married. You never really move forward in a relationship. Y'all don't buy a house together. Y'all don't, he really don't seem like he really wants to move forward and build anything with you because you're a second choice. You're not really somebody that you ain't really what he wanted. You know what I mean? You might have got pregnant. I'm keeping it real, keeping it real, we're keeping it 100. You might have got pregnant. He might have been down on his luck when y'all met. And he really don't want that future with you because you're a second choice. For a lot of guys, what happens is a woman wants to get married. A lot of women want to get married. Most women want to get married. They want to get married. They want to have that life and that commitment. Now, in reality, they wanted all that stuff from somebody else. But that person, that type of person, continuously would not give that to them. So what they did was they chose you. And you're not really what they wanted, but you were willing to give them the commitment that they wanted. And with some women, they can be grateful for that commitment, and they put the commitment above some of the other stuff. And they look at you as a first choice. So it's not a settle. But for some women, they put that commitment, it's kind of like you committed, but you still ain't what I wanted. So I feel like I'm doing you a favor by being married to you. So whenever it comes down to you asking for something or needing something, I really ain't got time for that. So that's kind of how it is on both sides. A lot of times what it is it is different for different people. I don't want y'all to feel bad because you might have been somebody's second choice. Just because you're somebody's second choice doesn't say anything negative about you. It really doesn't. Because a lot of times you may be somebody's second choice because they just like something different than you, but you're willing to step up and be in a relationship with them. Are you going to be there for them when they're in a bad situation while somebody else would abandon them? And it may not be nothing wrong with you. It may not be what you look like. It may not be how much money you have. It may not be how intelligent you are. It may be as simple as you may be nice and she like thugs. You may be nice and he likes bitches. People in the world really do like that. It's not super common. It's common. It's not super common. But people in the world really do like that. There are some people who just want to be with somebody who is totally far outside of what you would even think. And if you don't fit into that, then you're a second choice. Don't try to figure out why you're a second choice, because there's nothing you can do about it. If you're a second choice to somebody, there's nothing you can do about it. So don't even worry about it. What you do need to worry about is if you are a second choice or not. Because if you're a second choice, whatever relationship you have with that person is never going to get any better. They're never going to treat you with any more respect as long as you're in that particular relationship. Why? Because they always think they can do better. And they think they're doing you a favor by merely just being with you. I'm going to give you an example. It's kind of like this. Say you wanted to get to work, right? And, you know, you work 20 miles away from your job. So you really couldn't walk. There was no bus route or anything. So you went to a car dealership. And you was like, oh my God, there's a Ferrari right there. And you went and you looked at the Ferrari and you was like, man, I want to get this Ferrari so bad. This is what I want. And they was like, look, man, the Ferrari is going to cost you $90,000. And you was like, huh? I ain't got no $90,000. What can I get for $900? And they said, $900? We can give you this beat up ass van over here. That's all we got for you. It's got a windshield busted. It's not. You know what? Cool. I'll take it because I ain't got no choice. Now, you're going to drive that van back and forth to work every day, but you're going to leave it out in the rain. You ain't going to be like, let me get a garage for this van. You probably going to put any gas from any gas station in that mug. You're probably never going to change the oil. You're never going to get the tires rotated. You're not going to do anything with that van because you don't really want it. Now, if you had that Ferrari, what would you be doing? Man, somebody put their fingers on the Ferrari. You'd be ready to break them off. Don't you ever touch my Ferrari. If you ever put your hands on my Ferrari, man, I will kill you. You'd be like, yo, man, can I ride? Can I get a ride in your Ferrari, bro? What's up, man? Can I ride? Yeah, but unfortunately, I'm going to have to put this plastic on the seat first before you get a chance to sit down. And you better knock your feet on the ground before you step in my car. Matter of fact, take your shoes off. Take your damn shoes off or you walking. That's how you're going to be about the Ferrari because you love it. You're like, man, it's the car I really wanted. That's how people treat relationships. If it's what they really want, then they take care of it. They treat it better. Not because it's going to leave or because you're afraid somebody going to... You don't treat the Ferrari well because you're afraid somebody going to take it. The Ferrari is bringing you joy. So you taking care of the Ferrari. If you get pleasure out of washing the Ferrari. You like, man, look at me washing my Ferrari. Boy, boy, boy. Look at that Ferrari. Yeah. You over here waxing that mug. Yeah, boy. Wax on. Wax off. Ha ha. But when you washing that van, like, man, I gotta wash this old dusty ass van again. God. I gotta pay to get the oil change in this damn van. It's been like 8 months. If I don't get the oil change, I know it's gonna break down. Damn. Ugh. That's how you feel about something you don't want. So a lot of people ask me, how can you tell you're a second choice? You can tell because you can just look at how somebody's going to treat a Ferrari and how they're going to treat the old beat up van. When you're a second choice, a person generally only does what they need to do to keep you from leaving. That just like, I'm going to change the oil in this van, but that's only because I don't want it to break down. This is my only source of transportation. Yeah, I'm going to put a tire on this van, but that's only because I can't drive it to work with 3 tires. When people treat you in a way that says, I don't really care if you're happy, but I'll do the bare minimum so that you will not leave because I don't want to be by myself. And a lot of times it boils down to this. I don't want to raise my kids by myself. I don't want to not be around my kids. I don't want to be alone on Christmas or holidays. Just silly stuff. I don't want to go to the movies by myself. I don't want to pay this rent by myself. Simple stuff like that, anything. And what it boils down to is that, like, they don't want to be alone, and you're there. They know they're gonna wake up to you every day, and you're gonna be cool with staying there. So they're gonna do the bare minimum to make sure that you stay there. A person, when you're their first choice, it's like they do stuff to try to make your life better. A man, when you're a man's first choice, you're gonna see he's gonna be focused on trying to make his career pop. If you got some dude just sitting around lazy, not trying to do nothing, not trying to win, they don't really care that much about you. I don't give a damn what they say. Because if they did, they'd be wanting to give you things. They'd be wanting to do things for you. Like, man, let me try to get this. They'd be so focused. Like, let me try to get my money right because I don't want to lose my first choice because I'm broke. I know she gonna probably bail on the brother. Like, you might even be like, man, all he want to do is work and try to get more money and stuff. And then he feel like he can buy me. Because in his mind as a man, he looks at it like this. If I don't have this money, I'm going to lose this person that's my first choice. I'm going to lose my first choice because we're programmed to believe women don't stay with you if you're broke. Now, if you got a dude and you're his second choice, he don't care. He like, man, hey, I'm broke. Whatever. Let me go ahead and get on this Madden. That's how he feel. Because he don't really care that much about being with you. When you're with a woman and you're the second choice, they're a little bit different. They only focused on things that's going to keep their lifestyle working well. Like, they only care about their job. I know some women going to get mad about that. So if I care about my job, you my second choice. Look, if you care about the job, that's fine. But a woman, when she really cares about you, she's going to care about the relationship in the nest. She's going to be like, oh, I want to be here with you. I want to do this with you. I want to do that with you. I want to make some dream lifestyle for us because that's their nature. That's their nature. When all they really care about is the job and stuff like that, they ain't checking for you at all. A woman that really care about you ain't going to treat you like that. You know, if you've been a woman's first choice and you've been a woman's second choice, you know what I'm talking about. That's not how they act. They might go to work every day, sure, because they got to. But they're going to make sure that they're giving you their time as much as they can. They're going to make sure they're doing stuff to keep you happy. They want you to be happy because they're happy. They're going to be bragging out their little buddies. Oh, look, I found my man, my first choice. They might not say the words first choice, but they're going to be talking about, he's everything I wanted. Oh, my God, I love him so much. But, you know, when you ain't really first choice, it's kind of like, whatever. He's here, I'm here. I ain't by myself on Christmas. My people ain't going to keep asking me when I'm going to get married. And a lot of times, when you're with a woman and you're not her first choice, everything is like a bargain to the altar. It's like, so, well, are we getting married or what? Because that's where I need to be. I want to get married. And it's like, it ain't about the relationship. It's about the ring. It's about the wedding. It's about everything that people can see. It's about validating. Because really, they don't want to be with you. If they was with somebody else and he was like, look, I need to be with a chick for 3 years before I get married, and they really liked him, they'd be like, okay, well, yeah, I can work with that. That's cool. But with you, they're like, I need to get married now. Look, if you're not going to marry me, I need to move on and find somebody else. And you're like, dang, we've been together for like 4 days. What's up? A lot of times they do that because you're not really the first choice. But they want to get married so bad that they're willing to marry anybody. And a lot of women, they might be like, man, they might be getting a little upset. But some women are looking at it like, I know somebody who's like that. I know somebody who, just so they can flash a ring in everybody's face, I'm like, I'm married. I know somebody who basically was like, I'm going to marry anybody. I'm going to marry this fool, this clown that I don't even really like. A lot of women know somebody like that, you know, because that's what they do. And when you're in that situation, I know you're already asking, well, what do you do about it? When you're with somebody and you are not their first choice, there's really only there's 2 things you can do, and only one keeps you with them. So the one thing you can really do, you could, of course, leave them and never talk to their ass again as long as you live. And the second thing is you have to let them go. Either way, you're going to have to let them go. You have to let them go. You got to walk in the house one day and be like, hey, you know what? If you feel like you can do better and you feel like you can be in a better situation, go free. Not just let them choose to go free, but say, look, I need to leave this situation. When you leave, one of two things is going to happen. Either they're going to find somebody else, whether it's another second choice or a first choice. You got to accept that. Or they're going to go out into the world and figure out it wasn't what they thought it was going to be. They're going to go out into the world and figure out that, you know, they can't find what they were looking for and you are where they should be. And they're going to come back with a better attitude, but you can make them treat you better too. If they do come back and you let them come back, you can say, hey, remember this, you ain't doing me no favors. If you want to come back here, you don't have to come back here with the right kind of attitude, or you can go back where you came from. Because I'm not dealing with that. Because by them coming back, they already acknowledging the fact that whatever state I'm in currently, whatever my life is, I'm not a person that can go find what I felt like I wanted and what I felt like I was looking for. You're what I can do. And they're going to treat you better or make them go. Because in reality, we all got something in our mind that may be our perfect person. And we may be with that person right now. Or maybe we be with somebody who got most of those things, but not all of them. Now, in general, we're with somebody who has most of the things we're looking for, but not everything. Now, most of us are cool with that. Because we know we're not perfect. And we probably not exactly what they was looking for in terms of 100%. You know, we cool with them having most of what we want. But some people are so fixated on what somebody doesn't have that they're going to always see it like, since you don't have every single thing in the world, I'm doing you a favor by being with you. If you're with somebody like that, the only possible remedy is let them go out in the world and see that it was not what they thought it was going to be. That this fantasy world they live in, where they're going to go find some perfect person that's the perfect amount of money, that has the perfect amount of money, the perfect looks, the perfect height, the perfect weight, and all that crap. If they felt like they were going to find that person, they realize that they can't. The perfect background. Oh, well, I want someone who's only done this, and I want somebody who has that, and blah, blah, blah. When they go out into the world, they figure out it's not what they thought it would be. Sometimes they can come back and be a very good relationship for you. Because now they say, you know what, this person really loved me and they treated me right. Whenever I went out there and tried to find what I would consider my perfect woman or my perfect man, I got dogged the hell out. And sometimes they come back and they have a better attitude. And you still love them and care about them. Because you can't control who you love, really. But you can control how you get treated by people. Hopefully I was able to help you out. Once again, it's your man, Chazz Ellis, giving you this information. You know how I do. Make sure you go to the ChazzEllisProject.com. We got a couple different questions for you to answer. The last one was, would you be in a relationship with somebody who had sex with one of your friends? Check it out. So make sure you go out there. Make sure you also hit me up on AskChazzEllis on Facebook or AskChazzEllis on Twitter. Any one of those. Just make sure you hit a brother up. Anyway, it's your man Chazz Ellis. Make sure you like and subscribe and share this video with your friends. Share it all willy-nilly like. Peace.